Hello, Copper Hills family. We're so excited to be able to share a little bit with you this weekend. I've got three of my friends here from our young adults group at the church. This is Hayden, this is Megan, and this is Joseph. And they've decided to spend a little bit of time sharing with you their stories and helping you understand how they've really been able to move from attending to belonging here at Copper Hills. So enjoy their story.
I started coming to the church around December.
Okay.
I got baptized October 30th of 2020. But a month and a half afterwards, I was kind of like, I'm looking for something a little bit more biblical, more kind of scripture-based. Like, I'm still trying to learn and whatnot. I don't kind of want all these different analogies. Like, I just want to learn more about the Bible itself. So my friend Carter, he invited me to this church, and I've been a part of this church now for almost 8 months. And then for the young adult group, kind of the same thing. I was a little bit scared to come in because I was like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen, how things are going to play out, stuff like that. So one day I was just like, hey, Carter, I was like, I know you invited me to church. You've been telling me about these Bible studies, these young adult groups. I'm like, can I go? And he's like, dude, of course you can. And so we went over, had a lot of fun. And it was just great to be able to meet new people, to get those new connections, make those new connections. And I'm just blessed by God to be able to be here to tell a little bit about my story.
I was told by my really good friend Madeline, and I was like, hey, can you tell me a little more about these Bible studies? And that's kind of how I got into it. Then it just kind of been a connection from there. I really like how the music, how you can feel the beat and stuff. I was raised Catholic, so none of that was really a big thing for me growing up, and I feel like I needed a change and something a little less on the stricter side. So I feel like that's definitely been my story.
My parents decided to try out the church, and they went to one service. We all did, and my dad was telling me, you should try out young adults to help you to make friends, because I want to connect with people more. And I felt like that this was going to transform my life, which it did. I have a little autism, so sometimes it's hard for me to make friends, and I'm happy that this really benefited me. And then I remember where it was like a few people at the group, and now it's like there's a lot. Megan and Hayden got added too, and I'm happy that they went, and I'm happy that they have autism too, and I can relate to that, and I feel like I'm in an environment where I kind of know people well.
I can't really explain it other than it's just God going to work. And I mean, Joseph said it before. I mean, I suffer from high-functioning autism, so it's tough at points to communicate with people, like especially just when I meet somebody new. That's something that's always been a struggle, although it doesn't look like it on the outside. Sometimes I'm like, I worry. I'm like, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? Whatever the case may be. So I've been able, when I've attended this group, I've just kind of set everything aside, and I'm just like, you know what, God, just do your thing. Mm-hmm. Just do your thing, man. And he's never disappointed me, and I don't think he ever will.
I think my story is a lot like Joseph and Hayden's. It's just been always a challenge for me, and there was a point in my life where I felt like nothing would get better, and I was brought here by my good friend, as I mentioned before, but I was also very nervous because I knew I had a good friend by me, but at the same time, I was always been told, I had an employer that I worked for said, you don't look like you have autism, and that's always stuck with me because, I feel like, what are you supposed to look like? It's high functioning, you can't tell on the outside. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of people in general take it for granted and don't realize the concerns that I face, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And it's been a blessing because I feel like I can really connect to the young adults group here. So.
Having a supportive community is unmatched with possibly anything. And I mean, for the three of us, I think, I think we all connect the same just because of like, we all share similar paths down, whether that's finding God or just life in general. So I think, that's been a big blessing for me. But just with community as a whole, people that can hold each other accountable, people that can support one another, people that, you're willing to fight battles with, if that's with whatever the case may be, hardships in life, stuff like that, that you're gonna have a community, that you're gonna have a group of people that are gonna be there to support you every single step of the way is incredible. It's one of my biggest blessings for sure.